I just realized how bright it was up here. And then somebody took my notes. So I have no notes, so I'm gonna just go off the cuff like I usually do. Guys, today we talked about the state of our department. We talked about the book and opening the book and not just looking at the cover. We turned some pages today. We talked about the arches. We talked about neon. We turned the page some more. And then we talked about youth in custody practice model. That's our future. We also talked about Blue Courage. And some of the things that we didn't talk about, our training center is just about done. And our master plan for our Kearney Mesa, that's ongoing. There's a lot of things that we're doing for our future. But if you will, help me to turn the book back and look at our past just for a little bit. Because really, we can't get to our future unless we talk about our past. This probation department has been in existence for 111 years. That's a big book. All of us have a hand in now writing in this book. But let's go back a little bit. And for me, I go back to 1991. That's a long time. Some of you weren't even born. And for many of you, you'll go back 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 5 years ago. And for our 5 newest members of our department, 7 working days ago. 7. And I want to acknowledge them. There's 5 of them. They just entered our department, what, February 2nd? Maybe that's not right. But their names, that's why I went to law school, because I'm not good at math. Their names are John, James, Giovanna, Douglas. Welcome to the family. So what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is the day that you guys took an oath. The day that you raised your right hand and you took an oath to be a peace officer in the state of California. And it went something like this. Close your eyes, remember that day. I state your name. And I said, Cesar Oscuro. And many of you guys said the same thing. I, Carnal. I, Michael Long. I, Rashad Johnson. You said it. You said your name, right? And then it goes like this. I do solemnly swear and or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California. You remember? You remember? That I do so freely, without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And then lastly, that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties, finish it, that I am about to enter. Do you guys remember that day? 1991, it still gets me right here. That is a powerful oath. It's a powerful public statement. It's a powerful personal promise. That's what we do. So while we're moving forward, that's the crux and foundation of our job. And after 111 years, guess what? Things change. Courses change. Laws change. Since I took my oath, they've amended the California Constitution. We talked about change, guys. You've heard about the changes. Great, great changes. Remember your oath. Because someday when I retire, I'm not retiring anytime soon though, I want to get to the point where I go, you know what? I upheld my oath. I supported my chief. I supported my department as we move forward. That's all I ask. We talked about change and doing things a little bit differently. And this morning we started out, well, not we, I decided unilaterally that I would come up to the stage with a rap song. I don't know how that was taken. Hopefully it was well, because I wanted this to be lively and not somber, because change is exciting. So I chose that track, and many of you probably have never heard that track before. I'm old school. I'm just kind of old. It's a track by a group called Something by Nature. And the reason why I picked that track is because there's a lyric in there that I was listening to the song, and all of a sudden I'm like, wow, that's a great lyric. And it goes something like this. I see all my peeps here. Right? And then the next line, I stand for you because you stand for me. I stand for you because you stand for me. Thank you for your continued support of me, of the Deputy Chiefs. Guys, it was great seeing you today. Thank you for hanging in for almost 8 hours. It was a wonderful event. Hopefully we can continue to do these things. But again, we learn. Any input that you have, let us know. So with that, guys, it was great to see all of you. Thank you for sharing this journey with us. We're not done. Thank you for all being here. Have a great rest of your day, and we are adjourned.